In this video, we'll be talking about the servo on and servo off procedures, which you can implement within myCNC. And here we'll be going over the process of creating the automatic procedures. For example, these are very useful when, for instance, you are turning the myCNC application on and off. So you'd have, let's say, a servo on, servo motor would be on when you're starting up the application, and it would automatically turn off when you close the myCNC program. And additionally, this will also cover the creation of the manual servo on and servo off commands. For example, let's say the user is operating the machine and they would like to toggle the servo motor status. So here, let's say I'd like to have a servo on output for, let's say, output number 20, or whatever my servo output is. We can go into our settings within our main menu, go into config, axes and motors, and then within it there is this line that's called servo on output. So here I already have it at 20, and let's keep it that way for now. So now if we go back to the main screen and go into the diagnostics, we can see that we have this output number 20 that is automatically on, and has been on because I've already reloaded the application prior to starting this video. So now let's say I'd like to switch this. Let's say I'd like to switch to output 18 perhaps. Let's see how it's actually implemented in myCNC to understand what will happen on startup and on program close. If we go into PLC and software PLC, we will have a number of handlers which are covered in separate videos and in separate manuals. However, the ones we're currently interested in are these four handlers, which are called handler init, handler exit. These are the automatic handlers, and these are launched automatically whenever you open and close the myCNC application. Additionally, you also have the handler servo on and handler servo off handlers right here. And all these do is they will provide a manual command to turn the servo on or off when we press some button on the main screen. If you don't have any of these, for example, perhaps you don't have the servo on and servo off handlers, perhaps they're just deleted, you can go and create them. This will be handler servo on. Type in this code, the main part of which is the gvar set 60,001. So this will run the servo on procedure, and then press the save all build all, and to turn the servo off, it's similarly it's gvar set 60,001, and then 1 here. This runs the servo off procedure. Okay, so this will save all and build all, and now we are going to go and reload the application to see if the changes take effect. Alright, so now we're back here, and in diagnostics, after we reload the software, we can see that it's now output number 18 that has been automatically turned on by this handler init. And if we close the application, we expect it to be turned off. Now let's see the manual option, which is done through this handler servo on and handler servo off option. So go into UI settings for a second. So if we go to the main screen and head into the Plasma tab, we can see these two buttons, turn the servo on and off, and you can see the LED here is already lit up because my output 18 is currently on. If we press this button, the LED goes dark and output 18 is now off. Press it again, and we have manually enabled the servo. Please note that there is a delay, which you can see if you open the XML file for this section of the screen, which basically says press delay 500, which essentially translates to half a second of wait time. This is done in order to prevent accidental misclicks, because again, turning the servo on and off is not something that you want to do accidentally. So if you just click it very rapidly, as I will do right now, nothing will happen. I have to actually press and hold for about half a second for the changes to take effect. So to summarize, the output can be set through the servo on output in axes motors, and then you have to have 4 handlers for your servo on, servo off, init, and exit, which contain these gvar set lines for 6000 and 6001 servo on and off procedures. Thank you for watching. If you have any questions, please visit our documentation at docs.pvautomation.com.